The camera captures this shocking discovery in Pompeii that stunned the world. Welcome to 10 Minutes of Discovery. Dear friends, more than 2,000 years after the disaster, the mysteries of the ancient city of Pompeii continue to captivate humanity. New findings from recent excavations have unveiled previously unknown chapters of history, leaving the world in shock. Amidst the ruins and ash, cameras have captured breathtaking and terrifying moments, as if time had stopped in a fateful instant. The photos and vivid footage show how the last residents of Pompeii hurried to escape the wrath of Mount Vesuvius, along with the unimaginable traces they left behind. On November 21, 2020, an emotional historical event took place in Pompeii when two perfectly preserved bodies of victims who were burned in the volcanic eruption of 79 AD were discovered by archaeologists. One of the victims was a man estimated to be between 30 and 40 years old, possibly a person of high social standing. His wool cloak was still intact, serving as a poignant reminder of the prosperous life he led before the disaster struck. This image evokes a deep sense of sorrow as we think about the dreams and hopes he carried. The second victim, a young man aged between 18 and 23, has a different story. He wore a simple hooded garment and bore severe injuries, particularly to his spine, indicating the suffering and pain he endured before facing a horrific death. The contrast between the two lives, one wealthy and the other poor, highlights the tragedy of this event, where fate makes no distinction between status. Archaeologists had to overcome numerous challenges and dangers to excavate and preserve these two bodies. They were discovered in Civita Juliana, near the center of Pompeii, in an underground room of a large villa being excavated. Remarkably, even after more than 2,000 years, the teeth and bones of the two victims remain astonishingly intact, thanks to modern technology. This demonstrates the power of science in restoring lost memories. Massimo Ossana, the director of the archaeological site, shared, "These two victims were likely seeking shelter when they were swept by a flow of volcanic debris around 9 a.m. They died from thermal shock, which is evident from the tight grip of their hands and feet." The image of the two men in their final moments, still clinging to life, deeply evokes the brutality of nature. The story of these two victims serves not only as a lesson about the irresistible power of time, but also as a wake-up call about the fragility of life. We are reminded that in an instant, everything can change. The painful memories of Pompeii resonate within us today, reminding us of the value of each moment of life and the importance of preserving cultural heritage for future generations. Additionally, a 2,000-year-old horse mummy was excavated. This discovery originated from a group of tomb raiders in Civita Juliana, where they unexpectedly found an underground tunnel system linked to an ancient Roman villa. These illegal excavation activities were quickly detected and intervened by the Italian government to protect the precious cultural heritage of Pompeii. To prevent further illegal excavations, the Italian authorities directed conservators to conduct official excavations. They utilized modern technology, such as laser scanning, to create detailed maps of the tunnel system, an important step in restoring and preserving this historical site. During the excavation, archaeologists discovered a dead horse in a stable near the villa, which was found to be nearly intact. Unique markings on the horse's ear helped experts accurately identify it as a horse, rather than another animal. This horse is believed to have participated in military parades and served daily activities in the villa alongside the surrounding community. Interestingly, in addition to the horse, many other remains, including those of humans, donkeys, and various animals, have also been discovered in different sites throughout Pompeii. Research indicates that all were victims of the eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79 AD, an event that buried the city under layers of ash and volcanic dust. One of the other remarkable discoveries is the mummy of a man estimated to be between 40 and 55 years old, found in this area. It is impossible to determine exactly who this individual was, but the event has raised many intriguing questions about the daily lives of Pompeii's residents and their social and economic activities before the disaster struck. Once again, Pompeii has become the center of attention, inviting history and archaeology enthusiasts to explore the secrets buried deep within the earth, where a volcano once engulfed the city over 2,000 years ago. But this is not where it ends. Through their tireless efforts, archaeologists have brought us many fascinating and often chilling discoveries. Join us as we review these discoveries through video footage now. The 2,000-year-old Sleeping Beauty Mum. In 2018, as the water levels of the massive reservoir on the Yenisei River dropped, a team of archaeologists from the St. Petersburg Institute of Material Culture History made a remarkable discovery: the mummy of an ancient woman, referred to as the Sleeping Beauty. This is not just an ordinary mummy. It is a historical treasure that reveals mysteries about the life of a woman nearly 2,000 years ago. According to Ms. Kilunovskaya, an archaeological expert, this tomb dates back to the 1st century and had been submerged since the 1980s when the reservoir was created. Initially, scientists estimated that the mummy had been buried approximately 1,900 to 2,000 years ago. Notably, despite being submerged underwater for decades, the mummy has been impressively preserved, thanks to a natural embalming process. During the excavation, the research team discovered that the tomb was sealed with stones, containing the remains of a young woman inside. The lower part of the mummy is remarkably preserved, providing a realistic view of the living conditions and the death of this woman. According to experts, this mummy is unlike the classical mummies we are typically familiar with. It is the result of a unique natural process. Notably, inside the tomb, archaeologists also discovered several valuable objects, including a Chinese-style mirror in a makeup box, a jewel encrusted on the belt of the dress, and 2 Hungarian-style vases containing offerings intended for the deceased to take to the afterlife. These artifacts not only showcase aesthetic beauty, but also reflect the culture and beliefs of that time. Experts have analyzed and concluded that the Sleeping Beauty may have been a woman from a nomadic Hungarian community, with clear details indicating that she could have been an important figure in society, possibly a noble or a member of the Hungarian Empire that existed from the mid-4th to the 6th century AD. The accompanying artifacts, including a meal and bags of pine nuts, further support this hypothesis. The discovery of the Sleeping Beauty mummy is not just a simple archaeological find. It is a vivid story about the culture, beliefs, and lives of people who lived thousands of years ago. With its excellent state of preservation, including soft tissues, clothing, and belongings, this is truly a valuable opportunity to explore a history we could only dream of. The mystery of the horned human skull. The story of the mysterious horned human skull found in Sayre, Bradford County, Pennsylvania, in the 1880s remains one of the most controversial legends in archaeology and history. Since the discovery of the skull with 2 horns protruding from its forehead, many questions have arisen, sparking human imagination with strange and thrilling theories. The skull, believed to belong to a giant over 6 feet tall, was buried from the 13th century. The presence of the horns led to various hypotheses. Researchers suggested that the horns could symbolize power and wisdom. In many cultures, horns are seen as prominent features of sorcerers and leaders, representing strength and authority. But whether this individual was a significant figure in the ancient community remains unknown. In addition to the strange skull, a large tomb was discovered nearby, indicating that a substantial research community once existed in the area. This further enhances the archaeological value of the find and opens up new possibilities regarding lost civilizations. However, a tragedy occurred. The skull was stolen before scientists could thoroughly study it, complicating the mysteries surrounding it even further. As time passed, rumors and theories surrounding this horned skull continued to evolve. Some believe it could be evidence of a species or creature unknown to us. Numerous conspiracy theories emerged, ranging from the idea that the skull belonged to an extinct ancient race to speculations about the intervention of extraterrestrial civilizations. Although the information about this horned skull has become part of local folklore, the story continues to captivate history and archaeology enthusiasts. The image of a giant with the peculiar skull, who may have once roamed this land, offers us a different perspective on the past, a time when humanity and the mysteries of nature intertwined in vibrant legends. We may never uncover the truth about this skull, but stories like these make the ancient past come alive and more intriguing than ever. Witches' bones, found 400 years old. In the sacred land of Rollright Stones in Warwickshire, England, An archaeological discovery has caused a stir not only in research circles but also among history enthusiasts. Charles Wood, a metal-detecting explorer, accidentally uncovered the ancient skeleton identified as that of a Saxon woman, dating back approximately 1,400 years. The Saxons, an alliance of ancient Germanic tribes, arrived in England in the 5th century, settling and creating a rich cultural heritage. Situated near the mystical monuments of rollright stones, which were once rumored to be the result of a witch transforming a king and his knights into stone, this discovery adds to the area's allure. The skeleton has been named Rita, and as archaeologists studied it, they found alongside the remains an ancient religious artifact resembling a primitive spoon, known as a patera. This patera is not just an ordinary object. It serves as evidence of the cultural connections between civilizations in the past. In addition to the patera, a substantial quantity of amber and amethyst beads was also found in the grave, along with a large spinning whorl. These findings suggest that this woman may have held an important position in Saxon society, possibly even being a powerful figure in her community around the 7th century AD. This not only affirms the role of women in Saxon society, but also sheds light on their rich religious and cultural rituals. As Rita's skeleton is brought to the British Museum in London for further examination, archaeologists hope to extract new information from the accompanying artifacts. Meanwhile, the patera has been analyzed and found to be a religious item used by early Roman soldiers, clearly indicating cultural interaction among different peoples in the region. The story of Rita and the discoveries at rollright stones can be seen as a new chapter in the history of the Saxons and serves as a reminder of the connections between the past and the present. With each excavation and each artifact uncovered, it feels like a strike against the veil of historical mystery, compelling us to continue searching, discovering, and learning about what once existed. Millions of mummies unearthed in the desert. Recently, a group of scientists has stirred the archaeological community with the discovery of a massive cemetery named Fag el Gamis, located in the heart of the Fayum Desert, about 100 kilometers south of Cairo. This cemetery is not just a burial site, it is a treasure trove containing millions of mummies, each one a piece of the puzzle revealing the life and culture of the Egyptians from the 1st to the 7th century, a period during which the Roman Empire occupied this land. What makes Fag el Gamis unique is that the mummies found here primarily belong to common people, rather than kings or nobles like those in other famous burial sites. These individuals were buried in simple ways, wrapped in cloth, and placed directly in the ground without any intervention from embalming techniques or elaborate coffins. This difference reflects society's perspective on death and highlights the simplicity of the lives of ordinary people in ancient Egypt. The area surrounding the cemetery was once a fertile land, home to large cities and ancient pyramids built thousands of years ago. Currently, archaeologists have excavated around 1,700 mummies and estimate that it will take at least another 30 years to complete this work. Each mummy carries an untold story, and deciphering them presents a significant but promising challenge for researchers. One of the wonders at Fag el Gamis is that the mummies have been naturally preserved due to the arid climate of the desert. Many mummies have also been found accompanied by artifacts, jewelry, and glass items, likely possessions buried with the deceased. Notably, among the mummies is a girl about 18 months old, carefully wrapped in linen and adorned with sparkling jewelry. This image is not only beautiful, but also evokes a profound sense of love and care from the family for the departed. Even more intriguing, some mummies are larger than average, including one mummy that stands about 2 meters tall. This has led researchers to question whether these individuals could belong to a group of people with a distinctive size. The presence of such impressively tall individuals adds to the curiosity and intrigue surrounding the society of this era. Deciphering the Fag el Gamis cemetery is not only a challenging task, but also provides valuable insights into the life and culture of ancient Egyptians. Through these new discoveries, we have the opportunity to gain a more comprehensive understanding of one of the greatest civilizations in human history. Mysteries still remain, but the untold stories of Fag el Gamis will continue to captivate future generations, opening doors to explore profound and rich cultural values. The ancient tomb of the Dark Warrior. During the renovation and expansion of an ancient cemetery in Vinkovci, eastern Croatia, workers accidentally discovered two unusual graves. Faced with these strange stone structures, they had to stop and refrain from touching them until archaeologists were called in. These graves were later identified as belonging to Avar warriors, a force that once spread terror across Eastern Europe during the early Middle Ages, only to mysteriously vanish from history. The Avar warriors are an important part of Eastern European history, but so far, evidence of their existence has been incredibly scarce. This discovery has opened a new door for research into this legendary army. Inside the two graves, nearly complete skeletons of adult men were found, vividly depicting the image of strong warriors who once rode on horseback. Notably, in one of the graves, archaeologists also discovered a bronze belt buckle dating from around the 600 to 800 AD. According to archaeologist Anita Rappan-Papasha, despite many legends about the Avars in the region, their burial sites have never been discovered before. This may be due to the unique construction of these two graves. They were designed similarly to Roman tombs, making them easily mistaken for something else without a thorough examination of the remains and accompanying artifacts inside. Even more remarkably, the two warriors were buried alongside their horses. This practice reflects part of the Avars' beliefs and customs, showcasing the strong bond between humans and horses in their lives. Upon closer inspection, one of the warriors had been disturbed by grave robbers, but curiously, the robbers left the horses untouched, which were also equipped with valuable accessories for burial. The Avars and their Pannonian Empire became a nightmare for many empires, including the famous Byzantine Empire. With their exceptional archery skills, they asserted their power and authority in the region. However, continuous warfare led to their decline in the 7th century AD when they faced the Bulgarians. This discovery is not only a significant milestone in the study of the Avars, but also a powerful message about the importance of preserving the cultural and historical heritage of this land. The mysteries surrounding them are still waiting to be uncovered, and the two graves in Vinkovci serve as a key to a new chapter in the story of one of history's legendary armies. The millennia-old mummy with intact hair. During the excavation of the Huaca Pucllana archaeological site in Lima, Peru, archaeologists made a remarkable discovery: a well-preserved mummy that is over 1,000 years old. This mummy was found atop a clay pyramid standing more than 21 meters high, providing valuable insight into the culture of the indigenous people of central Peru. This finding is not only an archaeological milestone, but also marks a revival of the field of archaeology in today's busy context. According to researchers, the mummy was located within a tomb at Huaca Pucllana, a monument that served as a center for rituals and beliefs of the Lima culture. Remarkably, this mummy shows signs of an adult, with intact brown hair and minimally altered teeth, presenting a rare opportunity to explore and gain deeper understanding of the lives of the ancient inhabitants who lived here thousands of years ago. In addition to the mummy, the tomb housed many other valuable artifacts, such as ceramic vessels and intricately woven textiles. These items are not merely objects. They serve as a bridge between the present and the past, offering insights into the customs, traditions, and artistry of the people who once lived along the coast of Peru. Archaeologists believe the mummy may date back to the Ixma period, a community known for its pyramid construction that dominated the area before the rise of the Inca Empire. This discovery is not just a significant milestone in historical research, but also a valuable source of information that helps reconstruct Peru's rich past. Huaca Pucllana, with its long-standing presence, acts as a historical witness, continuously revealing untold secrets. Each new finding here enriches the narrative of human evolution and societal development in this land, regarded as the heart of Inca culture. Hundreds of archaeological sites in Lima are tirelessly working to provide deeper insights into Peru's ancient civilization. Thanks to the dedication of archaeologists, each mummy and each artifact opens a new chapter in the history book, allowing us to come closer to the lives, beliefs, and artistry of our ancestors. The discovery at Huaca Pucllana not only advances our understanding of the past, but also serves as a powerful reminder of the value and strength of the cultural heritage we must preserve for future generations. Dear friends, thus, the mystery of the discovery at Huacapuclana concludes our exploration for today. Thank you for taking the time to watch the entire video. Please subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell to stay updated and catch our latest videos. For now, goodbye and see you next time.